Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday, April 23rd. It's Ann Ferrillo here with StampWithAnn.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Auburn, New York. I hope you guys are having a great week and that you had a wonderful Easter. I had about 19, 20 people over, all family, with the little kids running around crazy, all hyped up on sugar, but it was a lot of fun. So I always love to celebrate Easter, and the spring is here. So today is a beautiful sunny day in Auburn, which I'm super excited about. It's only going to be 63, but hey, I'll take it. At least the sun is out. So welcome, welcome. I'm doing something a little bit different this week, and probably maybe for the next couple weeks. I normally go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but we've got some health issues that we're dealing with, and so it's going to be a bit of a bumpy road probably for the next month or two for us. And so I'm going to try and schedule just a regular live on probably Wednesdays, so today at 11, and I'll share all three of the cards that I've created for my weekly card class kit to go. I don't like to do that because my attention span is kind of short, so I like my videos a little bit shorter, so 30 minutes max. But we'll get through it together, and I certainly appreciate all the support I get from my subscribers and everybody that watches me on YouTube and Facebook. So anywho, if you aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, and hit the little bell button so you get notifications of when I go live or when I post videos. And also, if you're not following me on my Facebook page, make sure you follow me there as well. And as always, give me a thumbs up and a like, and leave me comments. I love to go back and read the comments and answer them. Anyways, this week I'm featuring the With You in Mind stamp set for my weekly card class kit to go. And if you're not familiar with that, basically, if you make a qualifying purchase in my online store for $45, and now I have to say this, excluding tax, shipping, and reward redemptions because of our new rewards program, I send you out the kit to make 6 cards. So that's 2 of each design. And typically I feature a bundle or stamp set for that week, and then I ship the cards all out on Tuesday, the whole kit on Tuesdays of the following week. So yeah, there's some information that down below in the links down below in my YouTube description that you can check that out and see where I post all of my cards. My blog is down for some reason today. So they're working on it. I don't know what happened, but I had a critical error. So if you try to go to my blog, you're not going to see it. But anyways, okay. So let's get started. What else was I going to say? Oh, the most important thing. This is so exciting. So do you guys all love free shipping? Because I do. So today, tomorrow, and Friday, Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping on qualifying orders of $75 or more. So this is a perfect time to stock up on all your card stock, your adhesives, ink refills, trimmer blades and scoring blades, all that stuff that you don't normally think about, Stampin' Dimensionals. Head on over to my online store, place that order, and get your free shipping. And by the way, the biggest thing I'm going to be ordering is cardstock, because starting May 6th, the price is going up on our cardstock, along with the prices of everything in this country is going up. But it's going to go up, I think, $250. So if I were you, I'd stock up on your cardstock. Anywho, okay, let's get started. I have this new thing now, so I can just switch down to my craft table. There we go. All right. Before I get started, I did want to let you guys know about my May Craft and Create Club. It's a subscription club. Oh, dear. Hi, Kelly. Good morning. Now, this is funny. So now I don't have my face down here in the little corner. It's okay. I'll have to fix it later, but you guys aren't going to be able to see me my beautiful face. Anyways, it's all right. You got my whole craft table. Hi, Joan. Good morning from Washington. Um, Anywho, my Craft and Create Club for May. I'm super excited. I'm showcasing a new stamp set from the new catalog, Sweet Blooms, and these are the dies that go with it. So I actually got the suite. I think it's Florals in Bloom is a suite, and it has another stamp set and more dies. But for my May class, my May club, I'm featuring this stamp set. So I'll show you real quick. Yeah, it is, right? My Kelly says, wow, that's a smooth transition to your table. My kids came over on Easter and they set me up with a new Stream Deck. So I just push a button and everything goes right where I want it to. Hi, Diane. Southwest Minnesota. I hope you guys are getting warmer there. So anyways, these are the cards for my May club. So I thought they're so pretty. And I just love the flowers on here. And I love this die, the bloom where you're planted. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. So in my club kit, and this one too, this is gorgeous. In my club kit, you get designer series paper, ribbons, dimensionals, everything you need to complete 8 cards. So, but you can get some more information. It's down in my, down in the link in the descriptions. Okay, so let's get started because we are going to be making 3 cards today. Hi, Claudia. And I don't normally do this, like I said, but because of what's going on, I'm going to try and see how this goes for everybody and for me too. Okay, so these are the cards we're going to make. Happy birthday. Thank you. And this one I love. I cased this from Jamie B. Jamie, I can't say her last name. Barbakowski. No, that's wrong. I butchered that. Anyways, I cased this from her. She did it in blue, but I really love this, and I used the beautiful Boca designer series paper for both of these and the timeless plaid. So let's get started. The first 2 cards, these 2 are going to be super easy. So, but let's make, oh, by the way, this is the stamp set with you in mind. Now, this was a mini catalog in the January through April mini catalog. Now, this did get carried over into the new annual catalog. So that is going to be available if you don't have it already. So we're going to start off with this super easy card. And I've already cut all, you're going to get all these pieces in your kit. Already die cut and embossed. I embossed this, this panel with the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. So let's go ahead and start this one. So I'm just going to burnish this. This is basic white, obviously. Burnish that score line real good. Okay. And we will go ahead and apply our panel. Good morning, Debbie Rourke. I hope you're having a nice time in Florida. So we're just going to adhere this panel. Yeah, I usually just like to do 1 card when I'm, oh shoot, look at that, darn it. Oh boy, already got stuff on my, glue on my thing here. Let's just wipe that off. I usually only like to do 1 card because, like I said earlier, I kind of like, my attention span's only good for a little bit, but I'm going to try this and see how it goes. I know a lot of other demonstrators do longer videos, but we'll see. If you're watching the replay, go ahead, feel free to fast forward. So then I'm going to just adhere this timeless plaid, and this is Mossy Meadow. Just going to put some glue, use whatever adhesives you want. Okay. I'm not going to put that on yet because I'm going to use dimensionals. In fact, yes, I did. I used dimensionals for that. Wait, did I? Oh no, I didn't. So we'll go ahead and glue this on. You guys know I love my dimensionals. Okay, so we're just going to glue this onto the center. This could be a very good masculine birthday card. And if you have the Timeless Plaid, there's other colors. So the Timeless Plaid Designer Series paper, but I felt like this was very, very kind of good for a masculine birthday card. And then I'm gonna go ahead right now and adhere that with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Let me get my dimensionals out here. And typically when I was doing my lives Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I usually start out with a pretty easy card for Monday. Then I step it up a bit on Wednesday, and then Friday I do a little bit more advanced, like a fun fold or something. Oops, oh, look at what I did. Hurry, hurry, hurry. We're gonna have to go cut another thing. See, this is why, no, I gotta cut another one. Hold on, folks. I'll get my little die cutter. Oh, I wanted to have it on the opposite side. So go grab a cup of coffee or something and I'll be right back. But I gotta fix it. So let's see, I think it was this one I used. Yeah, out of my Stylish Shape dies. Just give me 1 second. And I will have that in a jiffy. Oh, I'm gonna use this one. Okay, silly me, talking too much. I meant to put the dimensionals on this side. So we'll do that all over again. Okay, now I'll concentrate on what I'm supposed to be doing. Alrighty. So it's basically the opposite side that I've used. So I'm just going to put that right up there. Now we're going to do some stamping. I've stamped that in Mossy Meadow. So we'll just go ahead and ink our stamp up. And I've got this on a big, the big stamp here. So I'm just going to go ahead, hopefully I get this straight. Just like that. There we go. Then I'm going to mount it to this or adhere it. Just going to use my glue again. You can use your Stampin' Seal, glue, whatever suits your fancy. Oops. Make sure that's on there straight. Okay, now we're going to adhere this to the front, and I'm going to use dimensionals over here and a little bit of glue up in this corner. Let me shut this ink up first. And I'll clean this stamp pad off. Dimensionals, make sure we get them on right. So So we're just going to put them over here. I'll put one in the middle and then a little bit of glue up here so it stays adhered to the corner there. You don't need a lot. Take those off. My little trash can, my shot glass trash can. Okay, we're just gonna pop that up right there. And then we will tie a linen bow. Linen. Let's see where it's at. The linen thread. I love my linen thread. This is another good thing to order for free shipping. How do I get this off of here? Usually there's a little thing. Okay, this is going to drive me cray-cray today. Let's see if I have another one in my thing here. No. Huh. Oh, here it is. I see it. Got it. Yeah, if you don't have linen thread, you need to have a supply in your craft room. Because I use this a lot. It is a little curly though, don't you think? So I'm just going to cut this in half. And we'll go ahead and tie a double bow. And then I just pull the little tails down till I get it to where I want it. Because I don't like super big bows. I think that's probably pretty good. Then I'll cut this other piece off here. It's a little bit of waste, but it's okay. And then we're going to go ahead and put that on with it. Good morning, Tony. I hope you're enjoying Florida too. So I'm just going to use a small mini glue dot, and I'm going to put that right up there. And then I'm going to add, these are the transparent adhesive backed dots. I'm just going to add a couple of those. They're in garden green. You really can't tell. I mean, it matches pretty good, I think. With the mossy meadow, you can't tell. And then the last thing we're going to do is, let's see, I did the inside here. Yeah. So I'm going to add a strip of the coordinating designer series paper to the inside. You're enjoying it. I knew you would be. You both, Debbie and Tony, are so lucky to be there. But as I mentioned earlier when I got on, it's sunny in the burn. So later today I might venture out and sit on my patio out back. Look at the lake. Okay, now Time to Celebrate, that stamp set is from the Round We Go stamp set. So I'm going to stamp that right in the middle here. And I'm going to use the same color, Mossy Meadow. Okay. Just going to stamp that. So like I said, perfect card for, you know, a guy's birthday, hubby's birthday. Let me clean that stamp off. Oops. Well, that came right off of my thing here. Put that up there. We'll go ahead and glue this on the inside. So I'm super excited. The new catalog is coming out. We got to do a pre-order. Right now, if you're a demonstrator, you get to do pre-orders, but only certain items. So there's a lot of things that I want to get that I haven't been able to get yet. We're just gonna adhere that in there. And that is our first card. How pretty is that? Very nice, I think. All right, let's move on to the second one. Again, I kept it fairly simple. I do like this design though. So let's put aside our inside panel. And here we've got some, again, we're layering some of this. This is Fresh Freesia cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and burnish this score line. Now, if you guys aren't subscribed to my email list, there's also a link down below to subscribe. You're going to want to subscribe because I do run a lot of specials. And thanks, Kelly. You loved it, right? That card, it's so pretty. And I think you're getting a kit. But if you subscribe, you'll find out that we're planning on a new spring retreat. So my Stampin' Up! Demonstrator friend Patty Dolan and I, we're going to run another spring fling retreat. This is going to be our first spring one. Okay, I'm having major issues today. This is not the right size. You know, when you think you're doing it good and you're not doing it good. Let's see what size this is. So this is too small. So I have to go cut another piece of balmy blue. Brother. Ugh. Let's see, I have my paper cutter right here. We're just gonna do it right here. Oh, and I picked out the wrong color too. I am out of sorts, my friends. Totally out of sorts. Okay, so let's cut the right size first so we can do this properly. So I'm just gonna cut this 5 1/4 by 4. Let's make sure that's right because this one's wrong. Yeah, this should be 4 3/4. So I'm gonna do that. Let's make sure this is the right. So yeah, this is the right size. All right, back to it. Okay, we got it right. All right, now I'm just gonna adhere this to the top here. Make sure I've got that. I'm gonna do this side. Make sure this is all correct. Yep. Silly me. Okay, there we go. Right there. And then we are going to do some stamping. So I want to stamp thank you. And I also want to stamp that little, it's like a little flower. You can see that right there. Where's my little stamp? Okay. So I did these two in Balmy Blue and that in Calypso Coral because I wanted to pick up this Calypso Coral out of here. So we'll go ahead and stamp those. And you can do this in your card kit. I give you these already die cut. So, but if you're making the card and didn't receive this, you can just stamp on basic white cardstock and then die cut it out if you prefer to do it that way. But this is easy too. Just gonna stamp that right on the center, clean it off, and stamp it in Calypso Coral. There we go. And actually, I'm going to stamp for the inside of this one. I did stamp the little flowers, so we'll go ahead and do that as well. Let me get a get my piece of paper here so we can stamp properly. Okay, what did I do on the inside? Yeah, I stamped it a couple times. All right, so we'll do a couple here. Let me pull this up into the view. And I like to stamp off of the paper a little bit. It just adds a little bit more dimension to the project. And then I'll stamp one over here in the Balmy Blue. Then I'll stamp a little bit over here off the page. And then I'll stamp one up here. So we have our inside panel. Clean that off. Put this away. Might as well adhere our little strip here to the side. So we got that. Thanks for hanging with me, guys, through all my little mishaps today. I thought I'd had this one all cleared up and it was going to fly perfectly. Oops, as I hit my phone. I think I'm going to need a Bloody Mary after this or something. If I was with you guys in Florida, Debbie and Tony, I'd be pouring me a Bloody Mary just about now. Okay, let's put this on the inside. I didn't stamp a sentiment. You can stamp whatever sentiment you want on the inside, but a lot of times I leave my thank you cards kind of blank on the inside so that you can write a long note. Put this down in here, get it even. Perfect. Okay. Live stamping. Thanks, Joan. You gotta love it, right? Okay, where's my thank you? I didn't pull it out, I bet. Oh, no, I did pull it out. Oh, it's right here. God. Just blah. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So I'm going to stamp the thank you in, I need a bigger stamp. I'm going to stamp it in Fresh Freesia. Okay. Yes. Okay, we're just going to stamp it right in the middle. Just like that. Okay. Clean that off. And now let's put this all together. Perfect. Just put this, pop this right here. And we're going to adhere this with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I love using Stampin' Dimensionals. And you know, when you mail the card, it's perfectly fine. They don't charge you extra. It's not that thick. I think I used way too many Stampin' Dimensionals on this though. But that's okay. Alrighty. Just take these little boogers off. And we're just going to center this right in the front of the card. There we go. Then we're also going to pop these up with Stampin' Dimensionals, but I'm going to put two over here, kind of overlap them. Now I'm just going to use one. Okay. Debbie, are you going to order some stuff? Because it's free shipping. You know how we hate to pay for shipping. There's that. Claudia, I know. I do it all the time. I glue something wrong. It's so crazy too, like when you're in the middle of a live. But hey, this is how we roll here, right? Okay, so I did use some of these starburst sequins. And these are fresh freesia. So I'm just going to use, actually, I'm going to use a big one for right here. And I'm going to do another big one over here. And I'm going to wait until I do this bow. Oh, you ordered today, Joan? Good for you. I'm going to place an order today too. So I'm using the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. This is still available and I love these colors. This was from the balloon, hot air balloon suite that I got. So I'm going to tie another double bow. I'm probably going to order some more of this. So, oops. The color of the twine almost matches my nails. Blue. So again, I'm just pulling these tails down a little bit till I get them where I want them. That's probably pretty good. Then I'll cut off the excess. Make sure they're good. And I'm just going to use a little mini glue dot again. Get these little tails down underneath here. There. And then I'll put one more little starburst sequins. I didn't want to get it too stuck underneath. Oops, there we go. Okay, this is our second card. Isn't it pretty? I love it. I love the colors. All right, now we're on to our last card. Oh, okay, I think I'm doing pretty good, you guys. It's only been 35 minutes. That's good. Okay, so this, I can grab this real quick. I love this card. I love the black and the bright Daffodil Delight. Okay, so obviously this is Daffodil Delight. We're gonna do some fussy cutting, so you gotta hang with me for a little bit. Okay. Got the inside panel. And I'm gonna show you how to do this cutting. I've got some scraps for stamping on. Thanks, Kelly. I'm very much drawn towards bright colors, especially when you're coming out of winter here in upstate New York or central New York. We don't see the sun a lot. It gets very, well, of course it snows a lot and everything is dead in the dead of winter. So I like to use bright colors when spring comes around. So this is the circled dots 3D embossing folder. So I just embossed that. This will be in the kit, all embossed, ready to go. And then let's see, I'm going to show you how I did this. I had a piece of cardstock. Here it is. Oh, my ruler. Okay. So I basically cut these two pieces at an angle. But if you notice, I didn't cut it exactly the same. You see how this underneath black piece is a bit bigger? That's because I'm going to layer that. I didn't want them touching sides exactly like this. I wanted that just to pop over it a little bit. So what I did was I just cut the same size as this, and I think this is 4 3/8. No, 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. And what I did was, oh, here's my other piece. I took it over here, if you can see this. So I just want to come up here and kind of angle this just about at that 1 1/4 inch mark. So like that. And then I'm just going to cut that off. So you see we have a similar size piece and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah. So, and then what I did with this side that I've already cut, if you see, you can do it like this, but what I did was I pushed this up a little bit. Move this out of the way. So that's your angle, and then I just moved it up ever so slightly, and I put little hash marks here with my pencil, and then I did the same thing and ran it through the paper cutter, so that you get that angle. So now what we're going to do, I hope that makes sense. I'll explain it in the PDF too. So we're going to just adhere this piece. To the corner here. And Joan, you're the fussy cutter, so you're gonna like this card. I'm not big on fussy cutting. Get that down there, good. Not down good enough for me. A little bit more glue. There. And then we're going to go ahead and just kind of line that up so we get it on there good. that's the hardest thing really about this card, is just cutting the little angle. I mean, it's easy, but okay. Now we'll go ahead and I'm gonna just try and line that up. And there we go. There. Oops. I need to line it up a little bit more over this piece. There. Okay. That's pretty good. Well, we're going with it because my thank you is going to go right over it. All right, so we're done with that. Now let's do a little bit of stamping. I've got my star, and I already fussy cut a star and a heart out, so we need another heart to stamp. Let me get that. A little block for that. I don't need such a, here's my little block. Oops. Make sure we get it on the block the right way. So we're just going to use Memento black ink. Oh, make sure I stamp that good. There we go. And while we're at it, we're going to stamp our thinking of you. Just line this up on my big block here. Don't like the way that looks. Okay. And I will ink it up. Oh, you know what else I forgot to do? I swear. I'm cray-cray today. We're gonna fix that. Okay, so I'm just gonna stamp this right in the middle. Okay, that's good. I need my Daffodil Delight. And I should have done this before I glued this down, but we're going to do it right now anyways. So I don't know if you can see it, but I stamped the star, the heart, a heart, and a star in Daffodil Delight on this card. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Now, you don't want to do this like I'm doing it. You want to do it before you layer everything. So there's one. Where's my other heart? It's going to be over here. So I got that. Now we're going to take this, the star, and we'll stamp that too. I like stamping on designer series paper. I think it, especially, you know, a piece like this where you can kind of see the images better. All right, so now let's get to fussy cutting, and I'm going to do this pretty quickly, hopefully. Let me wrap this up. Okay. And I'm just leaving a bit of the white outline on this. This is way too thick. I'm going to kind of come in a little bit. The demonstrator that I cased this card from, Jamie, she does a fabulous job with fussy cutting. She's very good. Me, not so good. She does a lot of fussy cutting. I'm more of a dies girl. Okay, so I got that. But you see, I got to trim some of this up. I need my glasses on is what I need, but there's that piece. And then I want this more rounded at the end. Round that up. And then this has to be a little bit more rounded. There we go. All right, this is going to be pretty easy. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to do that. Now, just remember, this doesn't have to be perfectly straight because you're fussy cutting. Okay. I'm almost done. So I cut that a little bit too short to that thing. So basically you're just coming in and going around these curves like so. And you kind of want to follow the line of the stamped image a little bit. And you just turn the trick is turning your cardstock. I get too big of pieces and then I got to cut them off. Okay. There we go. And you're just going to do the same thing on this side. So you just want to kind of follow the pattern of the stamped image and just kind of turn your cardstock around a little bit at a time. Go down. And then come up and around. And then around again. And there you have it. Okay, so we're ready to put this bad boy together. All right. I'm going to stick this up with some dimensionals. Where are my dimensionals? I've been flying things around. Here they are. Now some of this is going to be off the page a little bit, so I'm not going to put one way over here. Oops. Take these off. There we go. And I want to cover up that little mark. See, I didn't get that on real good, so I'm going to cover that up a little bit. Then I'm going to put this down. I think I'm going to use the minis for this. Oh, not the black. Oh, do I not have my minis? I have them. They're right here. Yeah, these won't show through, so I'm going to use these. Very simple. Oops. And then I'm going to put a heart down here. Use a mini for that too. Oops. And then I'll put a star up here next to this other little star that I stamped. Here we go. And then I'll put another heart over here. But I do love the way this card came out. And I love the Daffodil Delight and Basic Black together. I'm just going to stick that like that. Now let's do the inside real quick. We're still going to mount this on Stampin' Dimensionals on the top. What did I do in the inside? Oh, yes. Okay. So we will go ahead and glue this down. Yes, Joan, case it for graduation card. Oops, I'm gonna get that up a little bit better. And you can see my thing is just a little bit long, so I'm just gonna trim that with my paper snips. There we go. And what I did on the inside is I used the Unbound Love Sentiment Friend stamp, and we're just going to stamp that in Basic Black or Tuxedo Black. I love these colors together. They just really, it pops. Okay. There we go. Put this away. Clean that stamp off. And you'll notice I didn't use any ribbons for this card. I just used some black matte dots, and this is a little short on this end. That's okay. And we are almost done. All right. So that's the inside. And then we're going to pop this up on some dimensionals. Oh, my husband is down there doing the yard work. First time he's mowed the lawn since the fall. So he's all excited. He got to mow. Okay. So pop this right up. There we go. Last but not least, some neutral matte dots in black. So we'll put these together. Stick them up here, here, and then I'm going to put a bigger one over here. Oops. If I can get it to stick. There we go. And this is our last card. So let me show you real quick all three cards. So there's that card and our happy birthday card. So those are our three cards for this week, guys. So anyways, thanks so much for joining me today. I appreciate it, and I love the conversation, and I'll see you next week, probably Wednesday, same time, and we'll see how this goes. It was only, what, 53 minutes, so it's not too bad. It would be less if I didn't make so many mistakes this time. But anyways, have a great rest of the week. I'll see you guys next